Hello and welcome to Black Dot Radio's One to Watch podcast. I am your host, EP The Menace. Thank you guys for watching. You can find us on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Always check us out on Black Dot Radio for archive shows and listen 24 hours a day to Alternative in Color, where you hear the people that I talk to. You can hear their music and all kinds of different stuff right there on Black Dot Radio. So Black Dot Radio and the Ones to Watch podcast is brought to you by Odyssey. Odyssey is a great streaming source that has from pop music, rock music, your favorite radio stations, podcasts, things for children, news and politics, everything under one umbrella. So get the Odyssey app, download it today, and you can listen to Black Dot Radio for free. All right. So if you want to reach out to the show and you want to be on or you want to whatever, hit us up at blackdotradio@gmail.com. Or just go to blackdotradio.com and go to the contact section and send us a message. We will get it. Okay, on today's show, I got a chance to catch up with Carolyn Castillo, and we get a chance to talk to her about some of her new projects, her working with Azili, and a whole lot more, her b-boy past, and getting hit by cars. All that and a whole lot more, y'all. Check it out. It's Carolyn Castillo right here on the Ones to Watch podcast, brought to you by Black Dot Radio and Odyssey. Hey, I'm glad we got this thing to work.
Me too.
Yes, how you doing? Oh, man. All right, we are here with Carolyn Castillo, right? Did I say your name right?
Castillo, honey.
Castillo. Okay, I got to work on my pronunciation of mi español. So, man, first and foremost, thank you for agreeing to do this with me. I really appreciate you. It's been a minute, So, first and foremost, how you doing? What's been going on?
I am thrilled. I've been recording a lot and just working on a lot of projects that are going to be released over the summer. So I'm really just, how people talk about their summer body. Well, I'm trying to get my summer body of musical works tight together and ready to be out there. So
yeah, because I noticed you got a lot of stuff going on. A lot, quite a bit. And I've been meaning to reach out to you since I talked to Sav back in December, like before he dropped his album. Yeah.
He's really been pushing the Mad Chill sessions.
Oh, it's good. I was listening to it today as I was cleaning the house up. It was great. It was great.
It's a great album. Yeah.
I love it.
Proud of that. Yeah.
And when he told me that you were singing on Punky Brewster, I was amazed. I was like, no way. For real? So I'm like, okay. What killed me about that was like, for one, I was like, I didn't know that was you. And number two, I was like, it was a great tune before I knew it was you. Then I liked it even more,
Yes.
But you got, I didn't realize how much actual range you really have, And I guess I have to apologize for that because I didn't even realize it, until, geez, I knew it, but then I realized it when I heard that Punky Brewster song. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember when I first met you, you were singing with Baby Brother. Now I don't know if you remember that or not.
Right. Yeah. That's how I met Sav.
Yeah. And you've been working with, because I talked with Keith King last week too. So you was working on some projects with him too, right?
Yeah, he's been doing drum tracks for a few projects. He did a drum track for my Spanish version of Winter Wonderland.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it. I was like, oh my God. And that was another thing that took me by surprise. I was like, okay, she's gonna sing in her native tongue now, right? She's gonna sing some Spanish.
I do. I really try to incorporate the Spanish in there when I can. I've done a few covers in Spanish. I want to write in Spanish more, but it'd be really great if I could just like find a songwriter could write Spanish songs for me. That would make my life a lot easier. Because I've written, I write all of my stuff so far. And but I'd love to have a team of writers working with me, definitely.
You want to be on that Beyonce type tip. You want like 18 writers and
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
But I like
So,
what you've been doing. Did you actually write the Punky Brewster song? You wrote that?
I did. I wrote the lyrics for that. Yeah.
It's dope. I love it. I love that. So
Mhm.
so is it more difficult for you to write in Spanish? Is it harder for you to like make the melodies for Spanish
A
for like a
little
typical
bit.
like rock song?
Yeah, and and I also get insecure, so I'm like thinking like, is this good? Does this sound right or whatever? And so those, and especially like when I'm trying to express abstract ideas, like my Spanish vocab isn't at that level yet. So like I would love to like work with a writer and really do some like Spanish rock songs, because my mom introduced me to some Spanish rockers in the 80s, like key one being Alejandra Guzman, who put out like a lot of just like really cool rock songs in the 80s. And I was listening to Shakira before she started doing pop music. Shakira was like an indie rock singer before she
Really?
started doing Ojos Así is the song that like made her cross over into pop, and then since then she's mainly done pop and now like more reggaeton stuff. But when she started, she almost sounded like Alanis Morissette more,
Really?
like yeah, like that kind of vibe. Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. I did not
Yeah.
know that.
So I mean, I've been listening to her, forever. Yeah, like since I was a kid, I was listening to her.
Oh, so but okay, but you were born and raised in Panama, right?
I wasn't raised there. We moved when I was like 2 years old, and then I would go back to visit my mom's family. Like my mom is born and raised there. Her family's all out there. But like I was born there. We left around I was 2 years old. We moved to New York. They had my brother, and then we started just hopping around after that. Like I didn't stay in one place for more than like 3 years after that,
Wow.
until I
And
moved to Chicago.
that's my next question. So
Yeah.
when did you move? I mean, how long have you been in Chicago and what brought you here?
I've been in Chicago for 10 years, and hip hop brought me here, specifically breakdancing.
Okay, okay, okay. That
Yeah.
was another thing that I learned because when back in the old studio days, when you did a guest on Kid Jungle's show,
Yeah.
and I didn't know you did. I didn't even know you were dancing back then, and I was like, oh snap, okay,
Yeah.
check you out. So you got
That's
all kinds of
how,
things going on. But
that's how I know jungle is through the B-boy B-girl scene here in Chicago. And I mean, I was living in Colorado before here, and they had a decent hip hop scene, but it was mainly for like jazz funk and choreography
okay,
type stuff. And I really wanted to get into like b-boying and battling and just really get exposed to that. And so like I had a friend who from college who lived out here, and it just helped introduce me to Chicago. And once I came out here, I had a really good experience. I started taking class at Joel Hall, took a class with Kirby.
okay. So when I met you, you had just got here pretty much because that
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
2011, 2012, somewhere around in that area.
yeah. I got here. I moved out here in I graduated in 2010. So like, oh wait, I've been out here.
Oh, really? Oh, so you've been here longer than 10 years.
Yeah. So yeah, but I like after I graduated college, I went home for a while and
Oh,
walked
okay.
around. And I came back. So it was like, I was out of here for like maybe like 2 years. I didn't live here, and then I came back. So like
Okay. So
10 years
but you
total.
like Chicago. You like
I
Chicago over New
do, yeah,
York.
no, it's home for me now for sure. It's
Really? Okay.
yeah.
All right. And you still doing battles and stuff like that? Have they been doing that during the pandemic? Are they still having dance
Mainly
competitions?
online. There's I've been doing some online battles. And I also still Vogue, so I Vogue with the House of Meekly, and the battles for that are called balls. And yeah, it's competitive voguing.
Competitive voguing.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I don't B-girl as much anymore. It's like I had a lot of injuries and stuff, and just had to like take a step back from the whole scene.
Really.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
how did you get injured? I mean, doing head spins and crazy stuff like that?
No,
Or?
it's not it's not the crazy stuff that gets you. It's the simple things, like, like, yeah. So it's like being dehydrated, and I just pulled my I tore my hamstring. It's like from doing stuff and being dehydrated and not stretching enough, or it's like simple stuff,
You gotta take good care of yourself, Mija. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. So that took me out for a while. And then I just like never really recovered from that. And then I started moving on to like learning more about popping, which is like robot movement and like doing waves and that kind of dancing. So
okay, all right. And what was like, did you watch those breaking movies from the 80s and stuff like that? I mean, were you into that kind of stuff? I mean, I was.
I mean, the movies themselves were a little before my time. Like I watched some of them as an adult, but they were coming out around the time I was being born. So, but I definitely like watched a lot of footage.
Because I was watching one of your videos.
I watched the Wild Style documentary. I like that.
Okay.
And like the breaking movies and stuff like that. But then I watched, those like 2000s dance films, like with like Step Up and like, that kind of stuff.
See, I grew up with breaking.
Dancing in the Rain and stuff.
Okay.
But like, before that, I used to watch a lot of like old school musicals and things like that. I wasn't
really
into musicals,
so you into like Fred Astaire and stuff like that?
Yeah, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Gene Kelly.
Okay.
All that. Yeah.
Well, that's like the foundation for it, isn't it?
Yeah, that puts it in your mind anyway. Yeah, it's like the big influence for sure.
And you're real big on like like art, like what they call it, like when you do like what am I talking about? When you dress up and do your whole thing, like these whole art piece type movement things, and the whole statue thing.
Street performer, professionally for about 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Now how does that work? I mean, do you actually like make good money out there when you go on the street?
I mean, I made enough to like support myself for 4 years, so but like not enough to like keep wanting to do it after 4 years.
Really? Well, is that how you hurt yourself a lot too, out there doing stuff like that?
I mean, the things that injured me are just like my ankles and a full, and then I actually got hit by 2 cars like 2 years ago. Yeah.
How you get hit by a car?
2019. I bike everywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, me too. I got hit by a car in 19 myself.
Yeah, so like I'm a biker, and I was hit by a car like in the summer 2019, I believe. Okay. And then a month later, I was hit by another car, like on the same side, like on my left hip. I'm still recovering from that, like doing a lot of therapy. Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the physical therapy I was going to do, it got postponed because of COVID-19, so there's a while where I just couldn't do it because of COVID. But now things are opening up, like I'm vaccinated, and so I've just been going in to get physical therapy and just like putting everything back together.
That's what's up. As I got hit in 2019 myself, I bike a lot myself, and I got hit. Lucky for me, I didn't get hurt. I skinned up my knee, but I was okay. Yeah,
like, I've been biking in the city that like pretty much like at least 8 years I've been just like biking everywhere to get around, and never had any issues until then. And then it was like boom, boom, one after the other, like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I used to really, really love it when I lived on the north side. I loved to bike. But when I moved to the south side, it got real scary and real dangerous out here.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of broken glass and stuff. So then you're having to like repair your tires and everything.
I'm dealing with that right now. I can't get this damn tire off my damn bike to save my life, but that's another story for another time. But riding on the south side is definitely different. You really got to be a lot more aware.
Yeah.
Do you are you on the south side?
I've had like 4 or 5 stolen in my lifetime.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but it's because like I left it out, or like I tied it to something that wasn't secure or some shit. Like it's crimes opportunity, basically.
Yeah, well, I'm always leaving my lock at home, and I'm like, I get halfway where I'm going, I'm like, shit, did I leave my lock? Like, damn, I gotta hurry up and get in and get out because I'm on the south side. I ain't trying to get my bike stolen.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in a car anytime soon.
People are petty. They'll take your shit, or
Yeah.
they'll just take the parts too. If your stuff, even if your stuff is locked up, they'll take
This is ridiculous. Like, people out here stealing bikes for real. Like,
yeah.
They're stealing bikes and car radios. What's up with that?
No.
So I was sitting here like all day trying to remember the last time I actually we were actually in the same room together. I was trying to figure, was it the last time you guys were in the studio or was it that Punk Black show?
I think it was I don't know what came first actually. Maybe Punk Black might have been closer, but I don't know. They're like maybe like I don't know. Seem around the same time.
I can't. It seemed like it may have
It's
been around the same time.
It's been a long time since I've even we gotten to talk. So
yeah. And then the last time you guys were in the studio, that was a triumph and a tragedy at the same time because I recorded all the music and everything, but the interview got lost. So that's one of my lost interviews. Yeah, but I was able to salvage some of the live recordings that I did. I think I sent them to Home Slice too, but but that was an interesting time. That was an interesting show.
This whole Scream for me, that was something I discovered through dance.
Scream for me, what is that? Explain that.
So like when I started doing punk screams and metal screams, that was a whole learning curve I had to go through. It wasn't a natural thing. I haven't been doing it all my life. Like when people meet me, I feel like they assume that I just do it and it's just, but it was a thing I really had to like work on and train and practice. And now, 5 years later, it feels natural and I can just sort of bust it out or whatever. But back then when I was like first starting with the Zealy, it was like really new for me to scream like that. And actually Sab was the first person who got me to scream like in terms of in a music song.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He just asked me to do some punk screams. He wanted to do some punk stuff with Baby Brother.
Okay.
And like a week prior to him asking me, I had screamed for a dance piece that I was
screaming for dance. All right. Okay.
Screaming for dance, screaming for art.
Right on.
Yeah, I know. I was dancing. It's a piece called Cold World, and it's a dance piece about gun violence in Chicago.
Word.
And so he needed me to scream like my son had just been murdered in front of me.
Oh,
and I had to do that in the cultural center, which is like the acoustics in there are insane. So it was like in a room with like tile floors and like a glass ceiling. So when I screamed, that shit like echoed like throughout the hall. Like
everybody heard that. Holy crap.
And it wasn't like a metal scream. It was like a Jamie Lee Curtis, like yeah, totally, yeah. Like, oh my God, who died over there? Like, what's going on? Yeah, but it was literally a week later. Sab asked me to do a punk scream, and I'm just like, well, I screamed at the cultural center for this dance piece.
I can do it, right? Why not?
Why not? I listened to Linkin Park.
Okay, I guess if that's your meter, I guess you can do it. Why not?
Right.
But it takes some training. It takes some real know how to do that, because if you don't, you could definitely throw your voice out big time.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So it's like a lot about like, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how did you learn how to control your voice like that? Because you can go from singing right there, singing high, low, whatever. You do the whole R&B thing. You can mix it up all over. So how did you learn how to really control your voice like that, and plus doing all the guttural screams?
Hold on, I'm plugging my phone in, so.
Oh, okay.
High in the middle of our conversation.
It's all good. It is what it is. Do you?
Okay, there you go. Okay, folks. My screen, I have this battery saver on my phone, and my phone will start to go black and white when the battery goes. So it started to do that. I'm like, uh-oh.
I haven't really done it on my phone. I get the pleasure of doing it on my laptop, so I'm happy about that. So
yeah. All right. So gutturals. It's definitely learning that awareness of the diaphragm. And it's as a dancer, the dancing sort of works against singing in the sense that when you dance, and especially for like, I was studying ballet and jazz dance for a while, and they really teach you to keep your core tight, keep your pelvic floor engaged. But
Right.
these muscles around here, you want to basically keep it lifted and tight. And that's in singing, you want to do the opposite. You
Really?
want to keep it loose, and you want to relax.
Okay.
And dance is sort of like you want to, you're engaging all your muscles, so you're engaged the whole time. But with singing, especially screaming, because the more you tense up or anything like that, that increases the chance for injury. But yeah, there's a lot of becoming aware of the diaphragm, a lot of weird noises you gotta make for your vocal exercises.
Right.
And the big thing that I feel like that has helped me was having a background in choir, and like having to do, having this background of vocal exercises and sirens and different breathing exercises that just we do. And then Cross actually introduced me to the Zen of Screaming. And that's by, I believe her name is Melissa Cross or Marsha. No, yeah, it's Melissa Cross. And she teaches like really good techniques for screaming. The biggest takeaway being to like scream through your face.
Scream through your face.
Scream through your face, not your mouth. So what I mean by that is you want to focus the energy in your upper palate, which is here.
Okay.
Like here, this upper part. Almost like, when you see a dog get angry, like that muzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you scream, that's going to like come through that part of your face versus coming out of your throat. That's how people sort of like, it's sort of like the same idea of lifting with your legs and not your back.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to use your back to lift, you want to use your legs. So you want to focus your energy through the front of the face and not like out of your throat.
So almost try to make as you're screaming, try to make the air come out of your nose in a sense? No?
In a sense, yeah. Yeah, you want to, like, I know I'm really doing it right when I'm like I feel my skull vibrating, basically.
That is metal.
Because I'm using my bones.
Like I'm rocking so hard, my goddamn skull is vibrating.
Yeah.
That's pretty goddamn hardcore.
Definitely
right
clears my sinuses for sure. If I
shit.
any like nose stuff going on, it's like cleared by the end of the set.
Do you have to you ever have sinus issues? You ever have to like flush all of that out so that you can
Not
see
after I'm done screaming, no, but they don't. Just like it's vibrated out. I mean, screaming itself is just sort of gets rid of the mucus because it is like, the way singing works is air is coming through the vocal cords and the vocal cords are vibrating, and that's how you hear sound. So when you're vibrating and you're going through the right place, then the structures around it, the skull, like these bones in the skull start to vibrate. And when I'm screaming, I'm still trying to hit notes, as weird as it sounds. Even though the scream itself doesn't really have a note, I'm still thinking of what the note would be. And that helps focus the energy even more. And sometimes I'll get these certain tones in the scream that I wouldn't get if I wasn't thinking about that note. Yeah.
That's interesting because I never thought about it like that, but
yeah.
That's
even
why
when
I
I'm
guess
screaming,
screams
there's
are.
there's a melody going on.
Okay, yeah, because I never really thought about a scream being in key, but they are in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
So
you
those all help.
when you because I mean, you sound like 100% a natural at it. You know what I'm saying? Even like you say that was you just starting off learning how to do it.
Yeah, it was not natural at all.
You fooled me. You fooled me.
But I'm not shy is the thing. And I've taught a couple of people. I did a scream workshop, and the biggest thing was just getting over that self-awareness of like, oh my God, I'm screaming. Like
Powerful. It's powerful. And
yeah,
when people, and
yeah,
it's powerful, not everybody knows how to do it right. Like I said,
right.
right. People can do it, but they don't do it right and at the right times and follow the song,
Yeah,
scream right for the song, blah, 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 do all of that. But
right.
yeah, you were a natural. I mean, you have the knack. Maybe you had to learn how to do it to, better or whatever, but you had it, When I
Yeah.
heard you guys, when they finally got you to sing with them, I was like, that's it. Because
Yeah.
I like, that's it. I'm like, because I knew what they were doing before, and I was like, it's missing something. This is like soup without water. It's missing it's missing something crucial. And I'm like, all right. So when you came along and I heard y'all, I'm like, that's it. That's it. She can sing and she can scream. And she's got
Right.
musicality and performance. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Boom, 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 boom,
Boom,
boom.
boom, boom. That's exactly right. You hit all the notes. And I was like, okay, now I'm paying attention. I got you now. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down, and that was it. You were the key factor in all of that.
Yeah, and I really felt like, as a band, Azealia was picking up momentum. And so it really sucked having to leave the band because like I wanted to keep it going, but me and Crosses couldn't meet eye to eye on like some crucial things.
Well,
And yeah, and it's just like it's not the thing is that whatever I have to deal with now, I'm gonna have to deal with in 5, 10, 15, 20 years if we're still gonna be making music together. If it's happening now, it's gonna happen later. And it's like I don't want to be down the line like just having to deal with certain things, certain aspects of his personality.
Well, that's dare I say it's not surprising. I mean, because when we did that show, it was a whole thing that had to happen in order for us to make that happen. So,
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of stories, a lot of things going on with that,
Yeah.
but I'm not surprised. But I mean, what's the most important is that you're happy. Are you happy moving forward?
No, I have a few projects coming out. I'm working with a band called Rico and the Purse Snatchers.
Okay.
We have a metal song that's like a 420 kind of metal song.
Rico and the Purse Snatchers. Well, you got these names, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Rico and the Purse Snatchers.
I gotta write that down. Hold on.
Rico. Yeah. So we're gonna be coming out with a song called "Take a Break, Smoke a Fatty." That's one of the things that's going to be coming out over the summer. We're recording it on Sunday, and once the tracks are done, I'm going to take it to my engineer and lay my vocals on top, and that'll be my first sort of solo metal record since I left Azealia, and going to be doing more like punk and metal kind of stuff with them. I have a song with my friend Orb Box, who is actually here right now visiting from New York. He came to Chicago just to record this song with me.
Really? His name is Orb, you say?
Orb Box.
Orb Box.
Yeah. So
like a circle on a square. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And so we have a track coming out called Ass Out, Cash Out.
Jeez.
It's like a fun, just like hip hop party track that's like, saying, you gotta have your cash out if you want to see this ass out, okay?
Oh my God. All right.
That's just gonna be crazy.
Is that like
that's cool.
Is that an homage to like strippers or anything like that?
It's an homage to eating ass.
Oh my.
Yes. Hyper white.
Oh my. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I might like that one. I don't know. I need a good ass eating thieves song. So that's
right. Yes, that's literally that's check. That's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be fun. And then I have I'm featured on a track on Goose Wayne and the Cosmic Rebel Alliance.
Right on. Now, you guys did a show last weekend, right?
Yeah.
How was that? I wanted to go, but I just couldn't get my stank ass out there.
Yeah. No, it was a hip hop crowd mainly.
Okay.
But we still brought the rock, and they loved it. They were into it. I was I was happily surprised that they were feeling it, because that was the one thing I was sort of iffy about, because hip hop crowds don't always want to hear like the punk screams or the metal screams or whatever. But they were feeling it, and it went really well. So yeah.
I always feel like, man, you give the kids something that they can feel. Like, when you hear those screams and then you hear those guitars, hits you. It hits you, and it hits you in the inside. Like sometimes some of this other music it's just on the surface, and that's what happened to me when I started getting into heavier music. It just, something about it just kind of went inside of me and just shook me up. Like you're talking about, you shake your skull. That's kind of what happens. And when people feel something like that, it shakes something in their soul as well. And it's like, you know what? And I think a lot of kids be scared to just admit that they like it, just like eating ass. Some people just are scared to admit that they like it.
Get out here, lose your fear.
Oh, stop it. But that's good though. That's good. Because me and Goose we're talking about, we were gonna do some stuff back in 2020. We was trying to put together some different things, and then the pandemic hit and just kind of sexed up everybody's plans.
Definitely.
So, I mean, I'm glad that they put it together, because we talked about doing exactly what he did. And hopefully we could do something like that again, or they could do something like that again. I can get my stank ass out there and see it, because I really want to see
mark them. I mean, I needed to ride out there, get out there. Shoot.
It's far. I grew up out there. I know where it's at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I grew up out there, and I know exactly where it's at. That's I know exactly where it's at. Yes, ma'am. I grew up out there.
It's a really cool space.
Actually, I went out there, and right as the pandemic was kicking off, I went out there, and we talked about doing our little show or whatever, and it was like, well, maybe when all of this clears up, and I like the space. The space is dope, but I didn't get a chance to see the performance space where you guys were. But so who all performed? Besides,
it was a lot of, I don't remember like the name specifically, but it was mainly either solo rap acts or like groups of 2 to 3. There's like a City Girls kind of group that was like 3 women rapping. There's like 3 or 4 just solo dudes rapping over a track. And there was one rapper who actually brought a metal guitarist, which was pretty cool. And he doing some like metal riffs, and he was rapping and stuff to the beat. And there was a fashion show there too. They had like an urban streetwear kind of fashion show in the middle of it. So that was pretty good.
Okay. The first time
we killed it at the end. We brought it.
You should headline, doing like that, because you got Frankie Blaze on guitar, right?
Yeah, Frankie Blaze. Yeah.
Shout out to Frankie Blaze. That's my guy.
Yeah,
that's my guy right there. Really. He's killing it.
The band is great.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to hear those dudes for like 2 years now, and I just, it's just the pandemic, and then Markham, and it's just craziness, But it is what it is.
I got to see Seth again. Got to see Seth a few times.
I haven't seen Seth since last year on Juneteenth.
Oh. Yeah,
I saw him on Juneteenth. I rode my bike over to this little thing that they were having at this little spot over there on 79th Street, and we got a chance to talk for a minute. That was cool. But when I first met Cross, he was doing that. He was the metal player, and the girl was
TG.
Yeah.
I sang. The way I got in touch with that was we used to sing for this R&B singer called like TJ Brown or something. I was doing backup for her, and TG was the other backup singer. So I actually knew TG before everything happened. Like when I was, probably like a year after I moved to Chicago, I had met TG.
Okay.
And she, years later, she saw me at a show for Baby Brother where I was doing those punk screams.
Okay.
he invited me to audition with like Crossing them with a Severed Tether. She wanted to leave as a vocalist. She wanted someone to replace her, so she asked me to come in.
Never got the full story on why she wanted to leave, but
Me neither. But yeah,
I don't think it was the right project for her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't think so. Mad love. Shout out to her. Mad love to her.
Yeah, shout out to TG. I just saw her profile picture or something. She looked good. You look good, sis.
I haven't seen her. Last time I saw her, it was at the Elbow Room. Somebody was performing. I forgot who the hell it was, but she was upstairs doing something, and I saw her.
Yeah.
That was the last time I saw her. That was like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But she's such a sweetheart. But I'm glad that it went down the way it did. But there's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of talent in that little circle of the Severed Tether people. Because and then you came along. I was good friends with everybody in that group. Well, I say good friends, but I was cool with everybody in that group. And then there was just an issue with Cross. But so enough with that. But
Oh, I have a 420 song coming up.
Yeah. Tell me more about that, because 420's coming up.
420. My favorite holidays are 420 and Halloween. I
could see that. See that. You like to dress up and do artsy fartsy type stuff. Dress yourself up as the Tin Woman and shit like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be debuting the song on 420, or?
No, it's not gonna. No, it's not gonna be out in time. I wanted it to be out on 420, but it's gonna be done on the 23rd, and I want to get it released by the 25th. So it'll be out before the end of the month.
That's what's up.
And it's just like a really chill, laid back, sort of spacey, kind of vibe, like Cowboy Bebop kind of vibe.
Okay. That's what's up.
Blues. No.
That's what's happening. I was gonna ask,
that kind of vibe. It's sort of a parody of that old jazz song, like L is for the way you look at me. I redid that, and it's like,
Didn't I think Frank Sinatra did that song, didn't he? I don't know. That's like an old standard right there,
Yeah, and I grew up with a lot of those. I grew up listening to a lot of jazz. Billie Holiday is a huge influence on me. Dinah Washington. And then just like a lot of musicals, and Stormy Weather was a huge musical that I love. And that's so my background is like in jazz choir and those kind of vocals. And then I was always singing at like family weddings, gatherings.
You were a wedding singer?
Yeah, I'm like the go-to family wedding singer. Like when someone's getting married, they usually like call me or something.
That's great. That's how you guess. Well, I mean,
you gotta get it in somehow, Did a few birthdays, and then like when I came out to Chicago, I become more determined to be like a house singer and do like house music, and I'd still love to do house music.
Really?
Yeah, and I got sort of just met a lot of house music producers, was getting around them. They like that I'm like bilingual and stuff too, because they want to tap the Spanish audience a little more. And but just couldn't get stuff out. It was a weird time. There's this place, it's called Carolyan Studios. It used to be over in Fulton Market. It's like, I think it got turned into something else now.
You wouldn't believe what Fulton Market used to look like before you moved to Chicago.
Oh, because it's already changed a lot since I've been here.
No. But it's been hipster since you've been here. But I'm talking about like 30 years ago. Jesus, am I aging myself? A little bit, but it's okay. It was, you know what it was? It was literally a water market. It was people, that's where you went to go get produce and supplies for your restaurant. Because I used to go down there with my dad all the time and pick up onions and tomatoes and stuff like that.
That was really a market.
It was, dare I say, I ain't gonna call it a shithole, but it was it was like a warehouse district. It was literally,
Oh,
you pull trucks in there. It was always puddles of water. It was, it was not pretty. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
It
Now
was,
they got Google moved in there, and
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
got all these little clubs
I
and
mean,
restaurants on Sangamon.
the idea is there, but I remember what it looked like back when I was, like I said, 30 years ago. I was like, geez,
Yeah.
man, this place was, warehouses where you pull your truck in and they, you pull out the flat cart and you fill up your truck and then you drive off. That's what it
Right.
was. That
Mhm.
the layout is still kind of there, but now it's all trendy restaurants and it's all
Yeah, and like
gentrified.
beer
Yeah, and
places,
that was happening, that
craft
they were
beer.
turning that around, 10, 15 years ago when you first got here, but way before then, yeah, we used to go there and get supplies for the hoagie shop.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. I remember that. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
totally different now.
And then over
Yeah.
there in the UIC area where they used to call it Jewtown, but it
Uh-huh.
was like Halsted Street between
Yeah.
12 between like Roosevelt and just a couple blocks down. I used to call that Jewtown.
Oh,
And then,
really?
yeah, that's where the Maxwell Street Market used to be. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know what street you're talking about. Yeah, I used to
Well,
go
Maxwell Street is over, but
right
that's
there.
where they used to have the market. They used to call it Jewtown, but it was the market every day. You know what I'm saying?
And now
It's
it's
like,
Greek Town. Was it
yeah.
always Greek Town, or yeah?
That well, where Jewtown was south of where that is. I want to say a little
Oh,
bit more like down by the way, like in that
yeah,
UIC area, like right there
right.
where where um
Like
where
where the highway
Halsted,
is.
like where Halsted and Roosevelt is, like just south of
Okay.
there.
Oh, like South Loop.
Where the Jewtown Polish person, the Maxwell Street Polish place is,
Yeah,
right there off the expressway. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah.
That's where it used to be. That was the general area right there. And that
Huh.
the Polish place was like right in the middle of it. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
aging myself. That's old Chicago
I
right
didn't
there,
know
man.
all any of that, but I like
Yeah.
to learn about it.
And
I've been like learning a lot about just the name, trying to get all my neighborhood names down.
oh, okay. But
Like a
like everything is different. Like look, like 30 some odd years ago, Wicker Park was a rundown ethnic neighborhood.
yeah, and now
Yeah,
it's
oh
just
yeah.
like college grads.
And
Yeah, that's where all the college kids
hipsters.
go.
What it's
Hipster
hipsters
land,
now, which is
yeah,
cool,
definitely.
gentrification and whatnot. It's all good, but I mean, it is what it is. That's Chicago, cash rules,
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's been a lot of changes in this city. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
changes. A lot of great venues are gone, and that's something else that really worries me, in a sense. Like when this pandemic is over, will we have the good venues to play at still?
No.
You don't think so?
The ones that are staying alive are the ones that can do like live streams and can record and can like have an online platform.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't, yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be very, very hard for them to recover.
It's gonna be, yeah, because we're going on 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't think it's gonna last like 6 months. Now it's 2 years later.
right, and now
So,
people are getting sick from the damn vaccine. Have you heard about that?
no, I got vaccinated and I was sick for like 3 days and I never get sick. So
Really? Did you
yeah,
get the one shot or the two shot?
got the one shot.
That's the one. That's the one that people are saying makes them sick. The
Yeah,
Johnson and Johnson, right?
Johnson & Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I want, but I'm scared
Yeah.
now. Mhm.
I mean, I didn't die. And the thing is, like, you can either deal with 3 days of symptoms or you can deal with symptoms the rest of your life if you actually get COVID.
Really?
Because like because people feel symptoms from COVID months and years after they have it. So like some people still can't taste or smell now if they got it.
Wow. Yeah,
Could have
because
got
Keith
it
was
when it
telling me that.
started. Yeah, and like
But
the big thing I've been hearing is like temperature change. They'll
your
go from
own internal body temperature changing?
yeah, and like nerves like tingling in the nerves and stuff,
Huh.
numbness, that kind of stuff. Like so, yeah, because it goes straight to your brain. It goes through your nasal cavity up to your brain. That's where it likes to go.
Really?
Hacking parts of your brain, but they don't know what how it's doing it.
That's the
So it's
thing that
like
scares
I'd
me
rather
about
go
this.
through 2-3 days of being sick than like not be able to taste or smell for the rest of my life. So,
Yeah, I feel you on that.
you know, that's how I thought of it.
Because I like to
But I know
eat,
some
and I like to be able
people-
to smell and taste my food.
Right, exactly. It's like
You know, I don't know. I tell you what though, when all of this is over with, I don't want to smell nobody's breath no more. I guarantee you that's.
I know. I know. I'm gonna
I
be.
tell
I
you,
will be wearing a mask. Sure.
this is gonna change the way I'm at parties and at shows. Because you know how it is when you're at a show, everybody is so loud, people are screaming and spitting all in your ear.
I know.
No
Yeah.
mas, no mas. That ain't happening no more.
Mhm.
Like, you want to talk to me at a show? Text me, because you ain't about
Right.
to. You'd be like, you want to talk? Text me. No.
Don't
You
yell.
know what
in
that's
my
like.
face.
You know what it's, especially when people get a few drinks in them, they want to talk to you about how great you sound.
Right.
Oh, he
I
was
can't
good.
control the
Splash,
lip.
splash, splash,
Yeah.
splash, splash. Like, the fuck off. Get out of my face, man. You know?
That's real though.
It's like, you want to talk to me, you gonna put on this mask and then you can talk to me in my face.
Right.
But other than that, no more of that. That's what COVID made me think about a lot. I was like, damn, you got.
No, it's starting to get dark.
Oh yeah, it is. It got dark outside, but it's all good. But that's one thing that made me think about, when all those years of playing shows, going to shows, people talking to you at shows, you drinking and whatnot, and people want to scream in your ear. But they're not trying to scream, but that's the only way you could talk at a show or at a club or something. That ain't happening no more. Yeah, you better learn how to sign.
And I mean, over the winter, it was nice having my face covered. You don't get all that.
Yeah, but it's too much after a while. I don't like having that mask on my face for too long. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So anyway, but how many more projects you got? I already gave me like 2 of them. I know you got like 17 more, right?
Right. Well, those are the main ones. Is the Weed song's coming out the end of this month. The metal Rico and the Purse Snatchers is gonna start having more and more stuff out. Me and Oni made a band called Death by Destiny, and that's
now.
Yeah,
I want to hear. I've been wanting to talk to him too, but I haven't got a chance to reach out to him too.
He's busy, yo. I feel lucky every time he comes over and makes music with me because he's a busy guy.
Yeah, I've heard some of his music when they did the live stream with Punk Black, and I was like, wow, I was really impressed.
Yeah, he goes really deep with his music, and so working with him has just been a breath of fresh air. And we right now we're just sort of feeling things out and jamming, but we definitely want to do like metal and blend it with like different kinds of electronic beats. So like drum and bass, UK garage, jungle, those kinds of beats, even some like vaporwave and synthwave. On the lighter side, but yeah, it's me, Oni, and Stacks from Azili. We've been working together for like past month or so, and just feeling stuff out. But like we haven't recorded anything yet. But we're gonna get some stuff recorded this year, and then I've also just been messing. I'm sure people have heard of this, but like called type beats, so like these free beats that be on YouTube. Well, if you're an artist and you need a beat for your song and you don't have like $500 to drop on a beat or whatever, you can go on YouTube and you can put in the artist you want to sound like and put type beat.
Oh, I got it. Type beat. I got it. Okay.
Type beat. And you can literally find like a lot of them are for like non-commercial use, but if you pay for a lease, like that could be like $25, $50 to $100. Then you can actually sell the music that you make with it.
That's cool.
Those are available for free or very cheap on YouTube, and you could probably I don't know, just put them in any kind of search engine and find something. But that's just an easy way to find beats. You're not having to I wait on people because I'm so done waiting on people.
You got to keep it moving, right? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Tight
now that I
beats.
can just like, oh, I can just like get this beat and like, and the cool thing is that it introduces you to new artists, so like
Okay.
maybe they make a type beat, but like someone already sold it, or they are selling it and it is too expensive, but like maybe they have other stuff. Like you can just find new artists and new DJs and producers, and start building your network of people there. Because, unless you have one other person who's just down and wants to make music with you, like you're gonna have to either pay for your beats or find them, or like risk, getting a cheap beat that's not what you actually want to sound like. So there's stuff like there's free music archive and stuff like that, which are more good for like movies, like if you're doing music for a film or something.
Yeah.
But if you want like a beat for your song, just like, yeah, you can look up these type beats and find something, and maybe even reach out to the artist and get other stuff from them if you really like what they have. So yeah, it's just a little strategy, and it's really good, especially like if you're just trying to put out work. Like I really want I want people to get to know me as a solo artist. So I've really been looking at these beats so I can just record my own stuff and not necessarily have to like wait for my band or go through rehearsals or do all this stuff. I can just go in, lay down some tracks, and boom, have a product in like under 3 weeks or something.
That's cool. Because you
Yeah.
still got to take it and like remix it or like you master it and
Well,
stuff
yeah,
like
I still
that.
got to. So that's what I mean. It's still going to cost money. It's just not going to cost as much.
Got you.
So like the beat itself, or maybe I lease it for $50 and I can record, do the vocals. If I have it well rehearsed, I can do the vocals in 2 hours with all of like the doubling and the harmonies and ad-libs and stuff like that. And then get it mixed and mastered. Depending on the number of tracks, that'll be like anywhere to like 100 or 150. That's like where most of my money's gonna go, is for the mix and master. But then once I'm done, I have a good product that can actually make money. Like if you skimp on the mixing mastering, it just sort of keeps you from getting money in the long run, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound as good. You can't get play or something like that,
Yeah. So, and like I want my stuff to be in like movies or video games or stuff like that. Like the market, like, yeah, getting your music in video games, that's like something I've been trying to get
Yeah,
into.
that's long money, right?
Yeah, I want that passive income for sure.
That's where it's at. Because I mean, well, that's a whole thing. You need to own the rights to your music so that you can, keep the publishing and whatever, and you can,
Right.
sell it and make that long dough. That's what a lot of artists are doing. I think that's where the industry has moved towards now anyway.
Licensing, sync licensing.
Right, because record sales are not the same as it used to be. It's all about streams now, right?
It's all about streams. And the thing is, like, the more people, like, if let's say because I binge watch stuff sometimes on Netflix, everybody's binge watch something, every time they're watching that show, they're hearing your music. So if you can get your music into a show, it's like you have the potential of them watching it. I don't know how many million times they will watch it around the world. Like, so that's really what I have my, I really have my eye out for, is like learning about music supervisors. Every time I watch a movie, I look for the music supervisor, because a lot of them are just regular people who don't even have that many Instagram followers.
They got stuff to do. They
Yeah,
sit back
yeah,
listening to music all day.
they're supervising music for movies, so they're easy. So they're like surprisingly easy to reach out to. So now that I actually have like my own music coming out, then I can start like pitching it to different people I know. So there's a group here in Chicago. It's a woman run business. They're called Groove Garden, and they do music supervising in Chicago, and there's a lot of big movies coming to Chicago. So I mean, like, a part of me, like, when I originally moved to Chicago, I was thinking it was gonna be almost a midpoint for New York or LA, but I see a lot of movies coming here, and like, I think, yeah, like, I don't think you necessarily have to go to New York or LA anymore to be successful. So.
No, I was. I mean, I was in a couple of TV shows.
Oh,
Last
really?
couple. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I did a little
Yeah.
acting. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Okay.
I did. I was in The Shy. I mean, I was an extra, but I mean, you
They're
know.
parked outside my job right now.
Yeah. I was doing that back, especially like 18, 19, summers of 19, mostly right before the pandemic hit. I was doing
Oh.
all kinds of crazy stuff, man. I was all over the place. I was doing The Shy and a couple other little movies and stuff like that. Yeah, I was, you know, I was trying to.
That's
That's
fun.
I would. That's another problem that I have is I work too much and I can't do anything fun like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Trying to survive. You know what I mean? So,
Right, yeah.
but yeah, you're right though. But there is a lot of productions going on in Chicago, and it has been for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just saw them filming for Batman like a
Really?
while ago. So it's like, yeah,
Damn.
there's a lot of movies coming up around here. So where you can get your music in. And then there's like a few like there's a gaming industry here too. Like Mortal Kombat was made out of here.
Really?
Yeah, I think in Avondale neighborhood.
Oh, that's not too far from where I live.
Yeah.
That's
So
over here on the south side.
NetherRealm Studios is like based in Chicago originally, and there's a indie gaming industry here too. So it's like, that's what I've been really trying to look into. But I don't know. I had to get to this point where I met an engineer that could really pump out like radio ready stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
they're out there.
Shout out to Untold Stories Recordings.
Right on. That's who you working with?
Yeah, that's what I'm working with. Yeah, they're dope. He's his name's Ian, is the engineer that works there. He's right off at 19th and Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's what's happening. Yeah. So do you if things turn around in 2021 and venues and stuff open back up, you looking to maybe do some shows, try to get with one of these mini projects that you got going and do your songs,
right?
And get out there and do some shows, even with Goose Wayne or whoever, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to do some more shows. I mean, that's why I got vaccinated. That was like one of the main reasons I got vaccinated, so that I could perform in person again for sure. Yeah,
I got to get vaccinated. I'm gonna have to do the 2-shot one. I'm gonna have to wait till I get back from Vegas, but I'm gonna have to get vaccinated. I've been, trying to do it for the longest, but it's
yeah. Well, it's been, it was pretty strict because like first it was like essential workers, then it was I think first it was seniors.
Yep.
Like seniors and essential workers, but now they're opening it up where more and more people can get it. So just keep
that whole essential worker thing got me messed up because they consider me an essential worker, but I ain't got an essential shot yet. They ain't put me in line.
Ooh, yeah, like I mean, I thought I could get it, but no, I had to wait. But I got it like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I got it through my primary care provider though.
Well, you got good health insurance. I don't even got no good health insurance. I've been working my ass off through this whole damn thing, and I've been crawling around on people's floors working. It sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Got to pay the bills. Got to keep the damn lights on. You dig what I'm saying? Right. It's all good. It's all good. Got to pay my internet bill, But I will get vaccinated because I worry about it.
Yeah, because it's real, and it's like you'll feel the symptoms. Yeah, you might feel it for a couple of days, but it's better than dealing with it all your life. So
sometimes I wonder if I had it and fought it off and didn't even realize it.
That could have happened too, but there's like 4 strains of it now.
Who knows?
So maybe because you got
some of the symptoms are the kind of stuff that happens to me every day, except for the fever. Now I would check myself for a fever, but aching and pains, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Like I'm grown.
Yeah. I'm like, shit, I'm hurting all the damn time, But the only thing that happened to me that I thought I might have it was headaches. I was getting really bad headaches about a year ago. Couldn't get rid of it for about 2-3 months. I could not get rid of a headache. It was like a nagging headache. Yeah. But I kept looking at all the symptoms and the headache wasn't on there.
So
So I was like, I guess I'm straight. You know, I kept taking my temperature. I'm good. 98.6, 98.6. I'm good. So
You're good,
I'm
man.
straight. I guess I'm all right. So I ain't gonna worry about it. So
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna get vaccinated because I want to be able to get out there and do something and
rock out.
Yeah. So anyway, me and Keith said 2022, we got to bring back the fest and do something big. So
yeah, do it.
You on board?
I'd love to play for it. Yeah, I'm all on board for
all right,
sure.
then we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna
Let
make
me
it
know.
happen. So we can wrap this up. Make sure that everybody knows where to get everything right now. I know you got you got music on a Bandcamp.
Yeah, you can go to
enjoying it.
goldsgirl.bandcamp.com. Check out the singles that I have. Funky Brewster is like my most recent rock single that I have released. So definitely check that out. Yeah.
Love it. And I love this other one. What is it? Take Me to Your Leader. I like that one.
Oh yeah, that's like my chill, like say like R&B house kind of vibe.
I like that one. I like that one. It's like half Spanish, half.
Yeah, that's like was me messing with my Spanglish kind of. Yeah, try to make it as Spanglish as possible.
Yeah, I've been wanting to learn more Spanish for the longest, and I'm trying, but
yeah,
I try to pick out a word here or there, and that's pretty much all I can do. Is I can speak a word.
The easiest way is to try and watch Spanish movies. To, get it in your ear.
I was listening to the Christmas song where it's Winter Wonderland. I'm like, I know the words to the song.
Yeah.
Like you didn't change the words, did you, in Spanish?
Well, I translated it, so that's my translation of it.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Like, I could sing along to it, but I'm not sure if I'm saying the right words at the right spots. But that's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like to do it. I really would like to do more rock in Spanish too. So
why not? Are you familiar with the Avantis?
No, I'm not. The Avanta?
The Avantist. Avantist.
Oh, I think I've heard
the
it.
Avantist. See that picture?
Oh, okay.
Whoops. Yeah, no. They're a group of brothers, and they do a lot of Spanish rock stuff. Okay. Love them. They're pretty awesome. So anyway, I talked with David from the group, and he does they do a lot of Spanish stuff.
Okay, cool. I'll check them out.
Yeah, sure. One of my favorite songs by them is a song called am I saying it right? Van Vino Poison in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Van Vino, whatever. I'm sorry. I hate to come on here and butcher Spanish words, but anyway, get into them. There's a lot of great Spanish rock groups out in the city right now. I'm surprised you don't know them, but there are tons of them. So anyway, it was a few years ago, there was a huge surge of Spanish rock groups that was coming out. Yeah. You guys played with one at the punk rock show, La Amardo.
They
were killing it.
They're dope. No, they're dope. It was so cool getting to just hang out backstage though.
Yeah, that was a fun night. That was a great night.
Yeah.
We have to do that on our own here in Chicago. And I was kind of the first to play with that. I did it in 2012, but that's beside the point. We got to bring it back.
Bring it back.
I got you on board though, right, girl? Gold Girl has given me the seal of approval, right?
Yes, you got my golden stamp of approval. I'll be there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope to see you soon. And I hope that everything goes well and continued success. And, stay happy, stay smiling.
All right, I will. Yes, I'll be in touch too.
Carolyn, thank you so much. Gold Girl, you have a great night and I will see you soon, okay?
All right, good night, Ed.
Peace and love.
Peace.